Hello everyone. This evening I'm going to be putting on Kaylin's eyelashes and putting her passy magnets in. I told you guys I'd let you see that. Maybe it won't be too long. Maybe I'll just do one and let you see how I do that, and then I'll finish them off on camera, because I'm thinking the video is going to be so long. Because now I'm not going to lie, you guys, when you get to these eyelashes, excuse me, they are pretty hard to deal with. Now, I use the eyelashes from, I got glue on this, but I'll show you. It's the upper and the lower lash is from Bountiful Baby. And they're upper and lower wispy is what they're called, wispy eyelashes. Now, a lot of people don't use the bottom lash on the babies, but I do. Some people don't. It's just your own preference. To me, I like it better. And so I use them, but I mean, that don't mean that you have to, you know, not saying anybody else's way is wrong and all that. It's just, it's your own preference. It's what you prefer. Now, to me, I don't think the lashes, the baby's lashes, look right without the bottom ones. So, that's just me, like I told you. Okay, this is some magnets I get from Bountiful Baby. You can see I've got several of them here together. These are from Bountiful Baby magnets. I use these for the pacifiers and the hair bows because they're really, really strong, guys. And they hold a pacifier and they're good. It don't just fall off, you know. So what I do is I'm just going to take one off this and lay it to the side. I hope you can see me. I'll lay these over here because they're going to go back together. I have also got my lashes down here. And what I've already done to these guys is, these were a lot longer than this. And I just put them inside here, and how I do is I just put it there, and then I measure. I go across, which I've got that one upside down. It will go this way because, you know, you want the lash to turn up, go up towards the top of the eye. And so what I do is I get it right in here. And these are difficult to get on, guys. I'm not going to get them to look right, you know. And then I measure it, and then I just cut it to whatever size I need. And the same with the bottom lash. And I've already done that to save some time. You can see them right here is my lashes right there. And I've already got them cut. I put them on this white paper towel so I can see them. Because these gets lost real easy, guys. And believe me, I've lost some and never seen them again. And don't know where they went. So I try to put these on a white paper towel while I'm working. Now, the glue I use on the magnets is the E6000. You see that? And so what I do is I just kind of push this in to where I can see right here at the mouth. Just take my finger and I push that in to where I can see inside where that mouth lands, about where it lands. And I can see that right there and there where I've got it pushed in. And so I just put a lot of that E6000 in there right where my finger's pushing the mouth in. And I just kind of drop it on there and kind of swirl it around because I want glue it under the magnet when it goes on there. And I kind of put enough on there, you know, till I know it's going to hit a magnet. So what I do is I come back around here then and I take some extra magnets I have. I hold it right there where I want that pacifier to be on that baby's head. And then I take this, I'm going to hold it like this, guys, so you can see it maybe. Let's see, let me try it this way, guys. It's hard to get it on camera. When you're working without the camera, it's not that bad, but when you're trying to do it with the camera and let everybody see it, I just don't want to cooperate. But we'll get it here in a minute when I get my right angle. And I'm just going to hold that right there. And then I just take my other magnet that I had loose, drop it, and it's going to go right where it needs to go. And you probably can't see that in there. But I'm going to leave this here, just like that, in the baby's mouth until that magnet dries. And then I can take it off. Now, what I do on the underside is, I didn't get that. Let me get it, guys. I'll show you. Hang on a sec. Okay, here I am. I'm back. I take some purple felt, and I just cut me out a little square, you know, where it's going to be big enough to cover that pacifier. And then I'll put like E6000 all around there. And then I go over the top of the magnet with that and just let it dry under there too, to make sure that magnet don't, you know, it's not going to dislodge or move around or anything like that in there. That's how I do that, and I let that dry. Same thing with the hair bow. I just put some, like, I kind of put my finger about where I want it on the head, and I'll push that part in. And then I'll go in here and I'll put E6000 where I can see my finger. And then I'll put the other magnets up here on top and drop that magnet in, and it'll stay there till it dries, and then I'll cover it with felt. Then I'll let this dry overnight. Okay? I just want you guys to see on that. Now, on the eyelashes, we're going to let that dry. Then I'll drop one in later for a hair bow. But it's the same concept, guys, as this. I just hold it, hit the magnets wherever I want that, put some E6000 on the inside, and then hold that there and let it dry. A lot of times, too, even after this, I've got that on there, and you see I've got glue underneath there. I'll take this E6000, what I'll do, even though it's on the bottom, I'll take the E6000, and then I'll just kind of where that magnet's at. You can see in the inside there. And I'll just drop some in over the top of it. And I'll kind of let it swirl all the way around the top. And that way, you know, it just kind of double glues it for me. And that way I know it's not going to come loose. And then I'll put the felt, of course, over the top of that. Let me show you how to do that. We'll just kind of run some along the sides. Like this. Make sure it's going to stick. Like that. The E6000. And then I just take this and I place it inside that head. And I put that right. This is kind of hard too to work with. It's hard to get down in there. Because of course it's got glue on it and it wants to stick to everything. But you make sure with your finger, or if you've got some tweezers, or whatever, get it right over the top. Uh-oh. You see what I done there? I pull that magnet completely out. Didn't mean to do that. Drop it back. Bring this back here. And if it moves around, you can always replace it with your finger. You know, stick your finger in there. The only thing about gluing the eyelashes and the pacifier in, I mean the magnets for the pacifier and the hair bow, sorry guys, I was out of frame there, is you get glue all over your hands. So you have to be careful, because if you're not careful, you get that on your hands, you get it on your baby's face, which is no problem if you do. You can just wipe it off, you know, no problem. But I've got glue all over my hands now. So I'm going to have to try to get that off before I can handle the baby's head. Because I might get it in her hair, or I might get it in on her face. But I can wipe it off. I mean, it's no problem. The E6000 is pretty forgiving. You know, it'll come off your hands. You just kind of do your hands like that, and it'll just roll up. Kind of like the Elmer's glue in a way. I don't know if you remember if you done that when you was a kid, we would put it on there, let it dry, and then we'd like peel it up in strips. It's kind of like that with the E6000. Only E6000 is a lot stronger glue. But it works the same way. Okay, and I got that in there. I put the felt over the top of the magnet. And I'm going to let that dry overnight, just like that. Because I want that magnet to stay put when I start stuffing it and stuff, just to make sure. Now, I do the same thing with the hair bow. In the top of wherever I want the hair bow to be. You can either put it on this side, you can put it on this side, you can put one on each side, so she can have, on two sides, so she can have like little hair bows on each side on the magnets. You know, it's wherever you prefer. And I usually put mine along right here. And I'll do the same thing, you know, I'll put the glue in, hold the magnet here, and then drop the other in, and it'll just stay. And then when it, you know, tomorrow, I can take these loose and work on my actual, like my pacifier, my hair bow, getting it ready, which I showed you in another video how I do the pacifiers. Uh-oh. Her eye went lopsided, didn't it? I've had such a problem with these, there we go. With these eyes on this one, guys, it's really giving me a bad headache on these things. So, now, on the eyelashes, what I use is Gem Tack. This, I found, works better than anything. It's got enough time to it to dry, to give you working time with it. And it also, it dries clear. So, if you get it on the You clean it off the best you can, but if there's a little bit left on it, it's not going to hurt anything. Because it will, whoops, put that on the pillow. It will dry clear. So, that being said, I take a toothpick. Okay, guys. I take a toothpick and I just, maybe you can see. See? I got it there. And just kind of dip it in there. Get me a little bit on the end. And then I just take and like, I hope you can see this. I just put a dot here. Dot here, you know. Just go around putting you some dots of glue. And it don't matter now if it gets on the eye, write it first. See how it's got right there on the eye? It's okay. What I do then is I clean my toothpick off as I go. And I just kind of, where it'll go around there, kind of take that on around there. Where it's all around through there. You know, you want it to stick that eyelash. But like I say, now see, I've got that on the eye. This is not going to be a problem. Just kind of take it up there. Wipe it off. Take it up there and put it up there at the top. Wipe it off as you go. That's the nice thing about this gem tack. It gives you working time. You know, it's not something you got to be super fast about. And then I just kind of go through and just kind of clean up the eye a little bit. I'm not going to worry about too much right now because I got to put this eyelash on. And I'm going to re-glue it over the top of that. So the first thing I do is I put that eyelash down where I want it. And then I take my toothpick and I kind of squish it down in there in that glue. Where I can get it to stay down in there. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. See, this is not wanting to go in there. Take your eyelash and kind of give it a little, because it was flat, you know, on the thing. But give it a little like that, to where it'll round out a little, and it's going to go in a lot easier for you. So let's try this again. It's going to not pop back out, you know, if it's got a little bit of curvature to it. And that's it. Now, you're going to let this dry. We're going to go ahead and clean the eye up some. See here? I can just go right across the top of that. It will dry clear, but I still like to get as much of it off as I can. But it will dry clear, no problem. And see, you just do it like that. And get that off there. And clean your eye right back up. See? But you're going to wind up getting more on it too, guys, when you put in the lower lash. So don't freak out when it gets on there if you use this kind of glue, because, you know, some people use like a Loctite. It's like a super glue. You don't got to work in time with that, guys. I don't recommend it. I've tried it. I ruined a set of eyes with it because I just wasn't simply fast enough to get it in there. Then I go around and I make sure that's kind of poked in under there to where you're not going to see that black, you know. Now, it's still going to move, so you got to be careful till it sits. You know, it's going to move some. But anyway, there's one eyelash. Can you see that? Is that one eyelash? Okay. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom. I'll show you that, and then I'm not going to do the other eye. I'll do it off camera because it's just going to make the video longer. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little bead and I'm going to go right around the bottom with some dots. Just like that. Then I'm going to wipe that off. I'll wipe that off with my fingers, or if you got a paper towel, you can wipe it off. Uh-oh, I just broke my toothpick. Hang on, let me get another one. Guys, these last toothpicks I got, they break in the middle of every one of these. Just so easy. You can just barely touch them and they break. I guess a cheap toothpick, huh? But anyway, you know, you want this lash to kind of go down. There's a hair on that. Let me get it off. And you kind of do like that to give it some curvature to where it's going to go in there easier for you. Hold it down with one finger. Or you can use the tweezers. I just find it easier. I've got some tweezers there. I just find it easier to use my finger. I get a lot of glue on my finger, but that's okay. It comes right off. So it's no problem. Now see, you're going to see that white. right there because it's wet. But now you leave that just like that, and in the morning when you get up, that white will be disappeared. It dries clear. So when you first put them in, they're going to kind of look funny. They're going to have that white, you know, look there to them because that is the glue, and it's not set yet. And kind of poke that in there like I did the top, only on the bottom. Get it going there. Let it sit a few minutes, and don't hit it because you're going to move it. And sometimes I do move it. If I do, I have to just replace it. See, that's what I'm telling you. It's what's nice about this. It gives you working time. If you accidentally move it before it sets, you can put it back. Then I'm going to go up over the eye right there as close as I can get it without touching. Clean up that glue on the eye with my toothpick. Just got a little place there. And see? See that? Maybe you can see it at the bottom. Now, what I'm going to do on that is I'm going to let it set for a few minutes, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to put another bit of glue over the top of that. And the reason I'm doing that is just to make sure that those lashes are glued. They're not going to come loose, you know. I'll get me a sip of coffee, guys. As all of you know, I'm a coffeeholic, so I must have my coffee, guys. I do it night and day, too. I'm bad for it. I really need to cut back some, but, you know, I find that if I do, I've drunk it for so long now, like that honestly, I feel sick. And I guess it's that I'm addicted to the, not nicotine, I started saying nicotine. That's cigarettes. What is it? Coffee. Caffeine. I guess I'm addicted to the caffeine. And I find myself feeling really sick when I don't drink it, so. I know, bad habits, huh? Okay, now, on that top eyelash where I've done that, I'm going to go right back over the top of it. Get me a bunch on there so I can just dab it. Now, don't forget, you're going to see this white glue at first. And see, you've got it on there again. I've noticed that you get a lot more on the eye with the top lash than you do on the bottom. And maybe some of you are better, you know, with doing this without getting on the lashes than I am. But it don't hurt anything, guys. You just kind of try to get that off there as much as you can. Get your lashes laid down to how you want them to look. And then just take your toothpick like I've done before and start cleaning that off. You can move it up. You can move it down to the lash this way. See that? And put it on your bottom lash like that and get it started. And get that on your bottom lash. And then you just take and clean that off just like that. I mean, it's no problem. It comes right off. And it's no big deal. You just keep working with it, and it will finally just taking your toothpick and rubbing over and over and over it. And it finally dries just a little bit, and it'll just start coming right off. Very easy. I like this stuff to put on the eyelashes. I used to carry it at Walmart. And that's where I got it, but they quit carrying it there. So this last I got, I had to order it. So I did order it from Bountiful Baby. They have it over there on their site. They also have Loctite. But I'm telling you guys, I don't like that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that anybody uses this, they're wrong. But as for me, I don't, if anybody were to ask me, I don't recommend it for the lashes. I ruined a pair of eyes. And I had to throw them in the garbage because once it got on there, I couldn't get it off. It got on the eyeball. And it dried so fast that I couldn't get it off the eyeball. Because it's like super glue. And it just ruined them. I had to take the eyes out and throw them in the garbage. Because they were no good at that point. And so, I had to wind up buying another pair of eyes. And so, that was just my loss. You know, we learn, guys, from our mistakes. You gotta make mistakes and learn. But you see how long this takes? It takes a while on these eyelashes. You've got to be real patient with them. And you want to make sure they're on there. They're not going to fall off for your customers. I mean, you want to make sure they're on there. When they go on there, you want them on there, right? You don't want them coming back off. So, Now, got that all cleaned up. And you can see the white. But tomorrow, I'll show you again tomorrow when they get dried. And you're going to see that this, you're not going to see that white. It's going to dry clear. But I just do try to take off as much of the actual eyeball itself. I try to take off as much as I can. Now, sometimes when they start to setting up a little bit, you can go back and they'll have moved, like raised up a little bit. And because the glue, you know, naturally when you first put it on, that glue's real slick-like. And so as it starts to set up, it might move a little bit. Well, if it does, you just push it back into place, and it should stay that up next time. But see how I went back over the top of that? Okay. I got that all, except for right there. I got her eye all cleaned up, and it's pretty and shiny again. Beautiful, beautiful, pretty, shiny eyes. Look, make sure your little black piece that's at the back of the lash is down far enough in the eye, you know, there that you're not going to see it up on top of your lid, the eyelid here. You want it back towards the eye. And just, now, I just leave it alone till tomorrow. Let it sit till tomorrow. And it's going to be nice. And it's going to be on there too, guys. I do the same thing with the bottom eye. I just take a little bit, put it on top of that eye, back on top. And then I start smoothing it out on there. Seems like the bottom lashes are just so much easier to do than the top ones. You don't get it so much everywhere. But that's how I do it, guys. That's my way of doing the magnets and the eyelashes. So, that's all I'm going to do on camera, guys. The other eye's the same way. Just a different eye. Do it the same way. And the hair bow up here, like I told you, same thing as this. It's just up here on the head. Let it sit overnight and dry. And then tomorrow you'll be good to go with the next step. Okay, guys, that's it for this one. And then tomorrow, after I'm going to let her sit overnight. Let her dry really well. And then tomorrow we'll start putting the body together. Weighting her, stuffing her, and all that. I'm going to be putting in the plugs and putting the rings on. And we'll start weighting her. And then once that's done, we'll just give her hair another little thick style. And, you know, just more or less clean her up. Get her, you know, her body and everything together. And more or less clean her up. And she's done. She'll be ready to go home. Okay, guys. So, we'll let this set up overnight. And I'll see you tomorrow in a new video. We'll start putting this baby together. And don't forget about the giveaway, baby. Please subscribe and like and share my channel with all of your friends and all of your social medias, Instagram, all that. Guys, I'm doing this promotion on the baby to try to get my subscribers up. It's going slow. I'm at 310 now. I got to go all the way to 1,000. So, guys, I need you to share this and bring over as many people as you can, all your friends. And I sure appreciate it. And then that way we can get that baby to her new home. But, okay, guys, I guess that's it. I'm going to get off here and finish this up. I'm just going to sit her little head up and let it dry. And, overnight, get this other lash done and this put in, let it dry overnight. And that will be it. She will be ready tomorrow to start building that body. Okay, guys, as always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And y'all have a good night. And I'll talk to you tomorrow in another video. Bye-bye.